the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network.
I need your help to get to the year 1985.
You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Good evening, Fade to Black. Bespoke radio for the masses. Yeah, man. How you doing? Today's Thursday, September 8th, 2022. It's Fadernight, or is it Schrader night? I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer, and NX Networks. Race Hobbs. I am your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? How you doing? It's Thursday night. It is Fader night. Open lines all night long. The call-in numbers 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. All right. We made it. Another week down. Made it to the weekend. Excited. Coming up, I will be hosting the NMCing the Conscious Life Expo this February 10th through the 13th at the LAX Hilton. Tickets and info at consciouslifeexpo.com. April 7th through the 14th, 2023. I will also be hosting and presenting on the Hidden Secrets Seminar at Sea Cruise with Scott Wolter, Adam Apollo, Nick Pope, Brad Olson, Vivian Chavez. It's going to be great. A lot of speakers. So go and check all of that out. The links are below, and you can check that out and go with go on a cruise with me. It's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. Now, I want you to get your free membership to the UnX Network. Simple. All you got to do is go to unxnetwork.com. That's all you got to do. Totally free. Monthly newsletter, the blogs, event notices, free digital copy of their quarterly magazine. You get all of that for free. Just go to the unxnetwork.com. That's all you got to do. Links are below. All right. And been making this announcement last week and this week because the oops. See, this is the EdenPURE Thunderstorm. And I just stepped on the USB cable. All right. So plug that baby in and it is now powered up. And there you go. All right. That's all you got to do. It's USB. You can also plug it into the wall. You see that right there, right? You see that? This is the Thunderstorm. And it is absolutely amazing. And I love it. I keep it in here in the bunker. I have a workbench. It's right over there. I have a workbench. And I'm soldering. I'm working on guitars. I'm doing woodwork. Cleaners, polishing, the fretboard and oils, all of that stuff. This gets rid of it. Gets rid of all of those smells. You know what this smells like in here? A radio studio. It's pure. It's EdenPURE. It's the best. And right now, you get 3 in the 3-pack special. You save $200 and you get free shipping. And you get your house totally equipped. Get one for your car in that 3-pack special. The promo code is Fader3. How easy can it be? You click on the link below and you head straight over and you forget the promo code. Click on my name. My name's right there, Jimmy Church. Scroll down, click on it. You're set. You're set. And go and get your 3-pack special right now. The EdenPURE Thunderstorm. Kills viruses, right? All of that stuff. Takes care of your allergies. And it just makes everything smell great. EdenPURE, EdenPURE.com. All right. Where am I at? Everything. All of my sponsors here. I just said all of our sponsors. They're your sponsors. It's a family here. All right. The links for everything, all of my events, everything is below. Forbidden Knowledge, everything is right there below. All right. It's Thursday night. It is Fadernight. It's open lines all night long. And everything is simple. I've got the number running right below. And in case I say it too fast, 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. And I'm already racking up calls. So there you go. Phone lines are open. And let's have a conversation tonight. UFOs, the paranormal, conspiracies, lost history, the supernatural, right? All of that stuff. And of course, whatever's on your mind. That's right. Food, guitars, music, movies. What are you watching right now for a TV series? I told everybody I'm watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And I've got a lot of seasons, and I think I'm on season 3. And Adam Sandberg, he's just great. Everybody on the show is great. But when it first debuted, I went and I don't know why I did this, because I'm such an Adam Sandberg fan, which goes back to the movie Hot Rod. You remember that? Amazing movie. So Europe. And for some reason, I watched like 5 minutes of the first episode, never went back. I missed the boat on this one. It's an amazingly great show. So I'm watching that right now. I know it's not science fiction, it's not aliens, but I just like it. It's like a guilty pleasure. And so there you go. All right. Why did I brought that up for a reason, and I can't. Oh, yeah. Well, whatever you want to talk about tonight. What are you watching? Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. You can follow me right there at JChurchRadio. I made the announcement last night that we had a nice little magic number on the subscriber count on YouTube, and it's just amazing. And just thank you for that, everybody. And so if you're listening to me right now, keep that rocking. And I missed the 111111. That happens. I knew that was going to happen. You got to hit it right at that number. So there you go. And it's just the way it is. But if you can, and you want to think about it, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Do that. Do it right now. I've got the ticker up. I can watch the ticker. Let's see who's listening to me right there. Click. Just go on there. Subscribe to YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. The sandbox is hashtag F2B on Twitter. We don't bite. And there you go. It was earlier today, the announcement came out. Queen Elizabeth II died today. She died this afternoon, peacefully in her sleep. She is Britain's longest reigning monarch. And that's amazing. And the nation's figurehead over there in the UK for 7 decades, died at the age of 96. And she died at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. They also made the announcement the king and the queen consort will remain at Balmoral this evening and return to London tomorrow. Charles automatically became king today at her death, and that's the way that it's done. So he's now King Charles III. He's 73 years old too, and he's now the king of the United Kingdom, the head of state of 14 other realms, including Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about this in a bit. It's a strange thing because as far as queens go, she's all we knew. You know, that's it. I'm 58, and she's the only queen my entire life, 58 years. That's nuts. And so more on that in just a bit. Let's get straight to it. Let's get to OTD on this day in history. 1504. Michelangelo's 17-foot tall statue of David is unveiled to the public in Florence, Italy's Piazza della Signoria. 15-foot tall on this day, 1504. Fader fact. The average person will spend 6 months of their life waiting for red lights to turn green. 6 months. 6 months. Think about that. Queen Elizabeth II died today. I don't know how many red lights she waited to turn green for. Probably not many. But here's the thing. You're there, you're at home, you're in bed, you're at the end of things, and you know this, right? You're sitting there, you're lying there. Maybe you've got a nurse and the end is nigh, right? And you're thinking to yourself, 6 months I wasted waiting for red lights to turn green. I want those 6 months back. Right now, I would like a 6-month extension. Think about that. I mean, really. Never waste a minute, man. Never waste a minute. Life is too short. All right. Let me hit this Rivermoon coffee. Rivermoonwellness.com. Fade to black blend. Go backly tappy. Yeah. I like my coffee, Doc. I do. I really do, actually. I do. I remember, before I get to the Queen, I am probably 22 years old. I was a kid, 22. And 23, right in there. And my girlfriend at the time, her name was Kira. And this is in Pasadena. This is before I moved out of Pasadena. And Kira, it was really strange. At that period of my life, Kira was, she my memory, going back, it's a long time. But there was something really cultured about Kira. Like, I think she spent time in New York, maybe, or maybe Europe. And her dad was had a house in Fiji. And thanks. And she was just so cultured to me. I was a long-haired rock and roller. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't have a clue. And she took me to my first coffee shop. It was in Pasadena, and it was on Raymond, and you had to get to it through an alley. It's called the Espresso Bar. And we go in. Some things you just can't make up, man. So we go in, and I have my first like real. It was like it was in a mug, like this mocha thing with whipped cream, and it was made with, and I see them pour the espresso shots in with regular coffee and this thing. And anyway, so comes to the table. And back then you could smoke indoor. Everybody in there smoking and drinking coffee, and they're all jacked up, having these conversations about politics and art. And so I sip this thing. I was like, oh, what? And I went on a pursuit. I drank that. Over the next, trying to go into stores. You couldn't buy coffee. There were no coffee beans. There was, you went to a supermarket or whatever to buy coffee, and you had like Folgers, right? And I'm like, what? It's got to be, maybe it's this brand, and I'm buying everything. Chock full of nuts. What, I'm buying these coffee, and no, that's, I'm brewing all the stuff. No, that's not it. That's not it. How do we get, maybe it's the chocolate, maybe that's giving it that taste. And I go back to this coffee shop, and there's something going on here. And then, of course, I figure everything out. This is before Starbucks. This is before coffee shops. It was like really weird. And at that time in Pasadena, that was probably the only place where you can get espresso. But yeah, and that was the beginning for me. And I thought I was a coffee professional before that. And everybody see my coffee corner today. But where I am today, I'm serious. Where I am, you can go back and you look, it's about the journey, right? It's that frigging coffee shop on the train tracks called the Espresso Bar in a dark alley in Pasadena that like changed my world. It exposed me. And so when you go down that road, everything else lights up in front of you. And that's what happened. I was Kira in the Espresso Bar. Man. All right. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Do you remember that, though? The first time you had espresso? I mean, the first time. Do you remember that? I mean, that's a life-changing event. It's a life-changing event. All right, back to the Queen. So I was on with Christina Gomez earlier today on her show, which is just an amazing show, and I really enjoy hanging out with her. But it was just a weird show today. It was a great show, but we had to talk about the Queen, and I brought up the Queen, and listening to Christina talk about the Queen and who was in the chat room and who was talking. So let me hit this to the chat room. I know that, we have a lot of people here from the United States and Australia and the UK and around the world who listening right now is outside of the United States. Let's go with Canada, New Zealand, Australia, of course, and the United Kingdom, Scotland, Wales. Who is over there that is in the chat room right now? And I think that's important. I would like to know. And let everybody else know. How do you feel today? Because here in the United States, now I know I'm stating this as fact. And I realize that this is a fact and we all know this, but sometimes you just kind of got to remind everybody about what's really going on and the reality of the situation. Here, different from the United Kingdom, they got a prime minister and you got this monarchy and you got your parliament. I really don't know how it works. I know that in parliament, it appears that everybody's yelling and throwing chairs at each other. And I get that too as well. And I guess I kind of understand that the Queen is a figurehead. But still it's making decisions, right? Okay. So there's that part. But here in the United States, obviously we don't have, the king or queen situation here. And our leader, is elected every 4 years and who we completely trash. It doesn't matter who it is, whoever comes in, and and maybe it's 4 years, maybe it's 8, and then they're out, they're gone, they're forgotten, and then we move on to the next president, whoever they may be, and we smash them to pieces for 4 or 8 years, and they're out. But to have, a queen for 70 years and on your money, this thing that is there, and it's totally different. And here in the United States, we don't get that feeling at all. We don't have it. And we didn't want that feeling. And it's just a strange thing for, you go to Canada, Australia. I keep saying Australia and New Zealand. These are major countries and friends and allies of ours. But to have that change, 96 years, right? To make it to 96 years, that means you could be 70 years old. 70 years old. And she is the only queen you've ever had. From when you were born to today, 70 years. Go to 80. So when you were 8, she was your queen. That's crazy. At 96 years old, she is the oldest person that you know. So I want you to stop and think about that for a second. When I say she is the oldest person that you know, stop for a second and go, Jimmy, no. Okay. Who do you know that is 97 years old? Answer is nobody. That's how crazy this is. And the emotions for billions of people. And it's not just, the United Kingdom and Australia that we're talking about here. There's 14 realms. There are the other countries out there where Britain had their colonies, and India, for instance. Think about that for a second and how people look at this. So it's a strange day. It's a strange day. So now we've said Queen Elizabeth II so many times for 70 years. And this is one of the best tributes I can ever give to anybody that's lived a life like that. That we're going to say King Charles III, and it doesn't even feel right. And it's not going to feel right. It's that much. She had that much of an impact on everybody. Now, there's one other thing I want to say really quick before I get out of here, and I'll start getting to the phone calls. Honestly, I'm just going to be straight. I just got to be straight. She seemed really cool to me. I mean, she did. She seemed cool. All right, look, all of the conspiracy theorists out there, the Ikes of the world. What are you saying, church? Do you understand what you're saying? Actually, I do. You can stay with your conspiracy stuff. That's fine. She's no longer with us. I always thought she was cool. She made me laugh. She said funny things. And, she knocked out a martini every day before bed. That's all right by me. I heard like she drove her own cars around the estate grounds. Oh, man. She's going for the gates. She's going to head to town. Take her the keys away. But yeah, man, right on. 96 years. Cranked out a good one. Good for her. Rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth II. And King Charles III. Kind of weird, but we got a king over there now. All right, this is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. We'll talk about whatever you want tonight. I know that all of us, it doesn't matter who you are, and we're so acclimated to Queen Elizabeth II. It's a strange day for all of us, right? Okay. We'll get through it individually on our own terms. I just spoke my piece. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. I just want to hit this coffee. Tonight's Fadernight. Open lines all night long. 818-921-6929. 323-275-9695. She has an evil look. Stop with that, man. Stop with that, man. Show some respect. My goodness gracious. We don't do that around here, man. No. We're Fadernauts. We have class. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. We'll be right back with your phone calls right after the short break. Stay with me.
This is Nicole Church, daughter of you-know-who, and you're listening to Fade to Black on JimmyChurchRadio.com and the Game Changer Network.
You're listening to Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the X.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net.
When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at JimmyChurchRadio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can get our podcast for just $2 per month. All you have to do is click on the podcast banner over at JimmyChurchRadio.com. Hello, Fadernauts. Jimmy Church here. You've seen me with my Thunderstorm. Now you can purify the air in your home and get healthy, clean, fresh-smelling air and eliminate odors just like I do right here in the bunker. The EdenPURE Thunderstorm uses oxy technology that naturally sends out O3 molecules into the air, which seek out odors and air pollutants in your home and destroys them. It's called a thunderstorm because it purifies the air just like after a thunderstorm. And right now, you can save $200 on an EdenPURE Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. With this special offer, you're getting 3 units for under $200. Seriously. Go to EdenPureDeals.com and use Fader3. Shipping is free and it's easy. Just scroll down. You'll see my name right there, Jimmy Church. Click on it and get your deal today. That's EdenPureDeals.com.
Do you have an interest in the paranormal? Then you'll love the unxnetwork.com. The X is your streaming audio and video for everything supernatural, strange, and mysterious, like UFOs, Bigfoot, ghosts, and so much more. From hosts like Jimmy Church, Whitley Strieber, Micah Hanks, and Christina Gomez. Visit the unxnetwork.com show page for a complete list of all the paranormal programs you'll find on the X. Be sure to follow us on Twitter for updates at KUNXDB. Follow our Facebook group, UnX Network. Find the podcast on Spotify, iHeart, Audible, and Apple Podcast. It's time. It's new. It's the X.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Cal Manson. You're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Oh, let's see what we got here. Let's go. Let's go local. Let's go local on this. It's Fadernight. It's Thursday night. It's open lines all night long. All right, the call-in numbers are all very simple. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. And there you go. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out real quick. Let me see here. I think everything is set up. I just had Jordan Ziff in the studio. We disconnected a bunch of stuff. I didn't go back and check. Let's see. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live. 3. Oh. Yes. Okay. Don't freak me out.
You hear me?
I think so.
Okay. Because, I can barely hear you, and when I was on hold, I was thinking it was just a way you had me on hold so that I couldn't really hear very well. So I can hardly hear you. It's Buddy Joe Jacks in Wyoming.
That makes a lot of sense. Who's calling?
Isn't going to work because I can't hear you very well.
Oh, you can't hear me?
It's getting a little better now. Yes.
Okay. Well, you should be able to. Everything is fine on this
end. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it seems like
I was thinking something else.
It seems like we're having.
If you can hear me, that's great. I hope I don't talk over you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
Joe Jacks.
Joe. Oh, Bet. What's going on? What's cracking?
Cracking. I wanted to talk to you guys about a dream. Your show has really helped open my mind. I already was into dreams and significance of dreams, or then the alien, the ships, and manifesting, calling it in. In July, when I was camping, I had a couple sightings, and I wanted to call and share them. Life's been busy, but I thought about the dream. But I did. I was with a friend, and I said, I'm going to see some ships tonight because I believe they know I know, and they're there, and I know they know I'm going. They're there, and I'll be darned if just like boom, 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 and they didn't just from one side slower. It was like they were darting, and they were in this triangle star thing. And I love that you've been bringing guests on that are teaching us about the constellations, and I love learning all this stuff. I love your show. It's really helping my mind. Back to the dream, because I listen to your show so much, my dreams are spaceships, aliens, crazy stuff, right? So this one, you have your star watching parties. I was having one on my balcony in California, Bakersfield, where I've actually seen, back in the day, I swear I had some visitors there while I was out in jacuzzi. But anyhow, I'm having this crazy dream, and all of a sudden, ships, not just one kind of flashes in, yellow, little red, white, out. And then all of a sudden it's like these little ones go zipping by in the background, little white ones, darting back and forth. But all of a sudden the one that had the white, yellow, and the red lights, all of a sudden it like appeared like right there. It was this huge base of the bottom of a ship. You know, we all watched Close Encounters. I never really watched it after it came out. I watched it a couple times, you know, when it came out. Then for the last 30 years, however long it's been since the show, I haven't rewatched it. So I don't remember what the bottom of that ship looked like, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I went back and I went to go look because we were talking about listening to some of the shows you suggest. And I swear to God, the bottom of that ship in that movie, so maybe my subconscious recalled the bottom of that ship, but it was right over the balcony. None of our phones would work. We were all trying to take pictures, but our phones were fading in and out of like they were coming on and off. So I went running in the house in California, get a camera to see if anybody in the house had a camera, like a digital one, anything like that, right? Because they were just showing, the big base one was showing itself. You couldn't see the little ones anymore because it was like right over us. And we all felt it. You could feel the frequency changed, everything. And then by the time the dream was over, I went in the house, but I was back in Wyoming in my family friend's house. And I was trying to get the two kids that they had to find a camera. So it was kind of a weird dream that I went to two different states. But when we all came back, I came back out to the balcony and I couldn't find a camera. And everybody was saying, for what? Nobody remembered it but me. Nobody remembered their phones going in and out, the spaceships overhead. And I was like, then I woke up. So there's my weird dream. It was pretty intense. And I remember it. He tells me it was very strange.
And what do you think that says to you?
I think it gives me the faith to believe that everything I've believed since I was young, since encountering your show in the last 2 years, is true. It's real. My dreams have always been significant. This is telling me they are there. If you look, you will see them and you will hear them and feel their frequency and you know they're around.
Lately, Betty Jo, and I talk about this a lot, going out, after the show, and I head to my backyard. I've got my night vision, telescope, binoculars, and look up. And over the last couple of months, it has been insane and so much fun. The last couple of weeks, nothing. Weird, too. It's just like I'm going out there just to kill time now. Look out and, scan the sky for 5 or 10 minutes and nothing. Not a satellite, nothing. It's really weird. Yeah.
Does that make you think that there's a interference where they're allowing and they're not allowing the frequencies to cross the dimensions?
I don't know what it is. I think that some of it is directly conscious related, but I'm out there and I'm wanting to see something. So why that blockage? But here's the other part. So many out there, and they're right about this, that will say that what we're seeing, the majority of what we're seeing with night vision is satellites. And we know that there are 10,000 satellites ringing this planet, moving around. And you see a lot of that. I have not even seen those. That's what's really weird. And over the last couple of months, I was seeing hundreds going north and south. And I would just be able to sit out there. I'm by myself. I was out there with Adrian Valera. It's a couple of months ago, and Adrian came over for dinner, and we cooked, and we went outside, and he was on the show. We talked about this. We were seeing something every 10 seconds. And sometimes there was 3, 4, 5 things in the sky at the same time. And we did that from 8 o'clock until 1 a.m. My neck, I couldn't even look up anymore. My neck was so sore.
What month was that, Jimmy?
What's that? 2 months ago.
What month was that?
2 months ago. What are we in now?
In July. Why?
We're in September, so August,
September.
What's before July? July. Yeah, I mean, what's before August? July. Yeah, it was around July. Yeah, it was right in there.
Yeah, because that's when I saw the ones up at the Bighorns. I was up there for my week in the Bighorns camping, and I had lots of weird feelings. But that I just laid there every night, and I could see things, and I know they weren't satellites. Satellites don't dart. They don't zoom back and forth. They don't move erratically like that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. And so it's weird how Adrian and I'm serious. I haven't high-fived with somebody like that. We were this is what we were doing because I had 2 pairs of night vision, but one was shorting out. It's since been fixed, but so we only had 1 pair and 1 laser. So we were trading back and forth, and that's it. You had 10 seconds. That's it. So we do the countdown. 10, 9, got one, right? It was like that. You just spot it, hand it back to me. Okay, you ready? Go. And he'd do the countdown. 10, 9, got one. It was all night like that, flashing things, moving things, zigging things, zagging things, still things. It was so much fun. This last couple of weeks, zero. So, and when I'm sitting out there by myself, which to me doesn't count, right? You want to have somebody there to back up your BS, right?
You got to have a witness, man.
You gotta have a witness.
In every good job, you have a witness.
You got to have a witness to back up your BS. That's just the way it is. So I can tell you anything when I'm out there by myself, but I'm out there by myself. And Adrian calls. I'm on the back patio. This was a few days later. So, man, I go, dude, it's crazy out here right now. You remember a couple of weeks ago when I told everybody when I did the tweet, right? The 2 things that zipped over at crazy speed. Yeah. Okay. Nothing since then. It's like weird. Nothing. Zero. So, yeah. What are you going to do? Hey, Betty, thank you for that.
I think it has to do with
go ahead.
frequencies, Jimmy. I think it has to do with the cognitive, like all the people in the world and where with the gas prices and the different things and our levels of frequency to open up the ability for there to be transparency between the different levels of living. Like this is just one layer and they are on such a higher level. And most of us, if we even thought about trying to reach that level of frequency, it's beyond our conception because we've never had the utopia type of, mindset. We're always in a fight or flight. But when the world's in fight or flight, I don't think the beings and us can cross each other's boundaries per se.
Yeah, and there is something to that. But where did all the satellites go? That's what I'm saying. Okay, so maybe ET's not here, but what about everything else? Right.
So do you believe in the big dome thing? There was a series on years ago on television, and they cut it because it was too real. But they literally put a dome over an area, and they didn't know they were in a dome until they couldn't get out. Maybe our government is more advanced than we know, and they can make those satellites be unaware, or maybe they are the aliens. Hell, I don't know.
Yeah. It was called Under the Dome. Under the Dome.
Yes, I loved it, dude. I was glued, man.
That was a great show. I love that show. We had
I was sick when it didn't come back.
I know. I was so upset. There was
quit cable. I swear to God, I quit cable. This is over it.
There were a few things that came out at the same time. There was Under the Dome. There was was it The Leftovers? Was that what that was called? Then there was the other one, the 1200. I can't remember.
Yes, something like that. That was weird. There was 3 of them. You're right. Sci-fi, mainline, right there in our face.
I loved it. That was a good era of. And then there was that other. What was the series? I'm going to look this up because there was another really good series, and then they just ended it. It was with what's his name from Lost. Let me go Lost TV. Okay. And so starring Josh Holloway. So Josh Holloway had a Colony, the TV show Colony. God, that was so good. And it was like 3 seasons, 2 seasons, 3 seasons ended. And that was another, 2016, 2017, when all of those other TV shows came out. The 100, that's what that show was called, The 100. That was really good.
What are they doing? What was it? Giving us a taste of what they don't want us to see that's coming, that's already here? Or was it, it's like you kind of wonder if, it's indoctrination or it's just awakening.
Well, you have to wonder where, you have to wonder, you have to question where you have all of these series, and they continue, that are all dealing with kind of the same thing. Something going on with ET on this planet, and we're having
control about it,
and the interaction that goes down and how we survive it, and it's really weird, Now, is it that where it's the drip of disclosure? There's that part, or is it something more simple, like if you're a writer and you want your TV show to be picked up by a network, just make it about aliens and Earth surviving, right? And then your TV show gets made. Maybe it's, could it be as simple as that the world cannot get enough of this stuff? Oh man. If you go back, let's go on the Wayback Machine. Let's go back to Japan and Godzilla, right? That's exactly what that was about, right? If you think about it, if you would, you just, Johnny Sacco, giant robot. Go back to, I loved all of that stuff. But what was happening? Flying saucers and giant monsters smashing Tokyo into the ground with their feet. And we've got to go out, some 9-year-old kid is going to go out with his watch. You remember that watch? Johnny Sacco, giant robot. I love that show. But it's been going on for a long time, hasn't it? So what are you going to do?
Yes, if you think about it, you're right. Le Pew, the cartoon. What was that? A cat and a skunk. What were we learning?
Betty Jo, have a great weekend. Thank you for the phone call.
I will. Thank you for the conversation. You're awesome. Hey, I've been telling everybody about that Go Beckley Teppy thing. I never learned about it till you. So yay, Go Beckley Teppy, or however you say it.
Go Beckley Teppy.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you. Betty Jo Jax, you have a great weekend. And that was absolutely amazing. Thank you, Betty Jo. But, and I totally get, and I understand, because I think about it. Is this the drip? Is this the way to get us acclimated? Absolutely it is, right? Is that what is going on? Could be. I don't know. Seemed kind of funny, doesn't it? But if you go back at that TV series, Colony, with Josh Holloway, that's exactly what that is about. Think about it. Childhood's end. Think about it. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy, it's Donna.
Hi, Donna. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm not even going to ask. I was about to, but nope. Anyway, a heads up for everybody, on Fox Nation, the app channel, whatever you want to call it, on the Roku or Apple TV or whatever platform you use, they've got a whole section about UFOs and cattle mutilations and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
How is it?
Oh, I've been watching them. I've watched Tucker Carlson had a UFO 30-minute thing, and he also had one for cattle mutilations. And they've got Unsealed Alien Files on there, and then a bunch of other things I'm working on going through. I forget her name. She's got a special on alien abduction. So just wanted to give everybody a heads up that they can go there and watch all that.
Did you?
And they're taking it seriously.
Did
It's
you
not
see?
joking in the X-Files theme and all that.
Did you see Whitley Strieber's documentary that aired yesterday, the day before on Travel Channel? Did you see that?
No, I don't have the Travel Channel. I don't have the cable.
Okay,
I cut the cable a while ago.
I think it's Discovery Plus on Amazon. One of the apps.
I'm sure I can find it.
Yeah. I haven't watched it yet. I was too wrapped up in Dave Schrader's new show, which is awesome, man. Oh, man. That show is so good.
I got a list longer than I am tall of things to watch.
I know, right? I was thinking with Dave Schrader's show, I had this weird thought the other night. Because while I was texting Dave, I had the show on in the background. I got the lights off and stuff, and I'm thinking this is how twisted I am. I'm so twisted. I was listening to the show as I was texting Dave. Right, I'm not watching. I'm listening, and I said to myself, if I was sleeping and this show was on and I was listening to it, it would be amazing. I had this twisted thought, let's just go to bed, right? Let's just leave the TV on and let's just fall asleep listening to this show. And then I went, no, that'll scare the crap out of me. I don't want to do it. But I remember, I think I've talked about this on the show. But let's go back to 2005. Okay, so that's almost 20 years ago, 18 years ago. And I had on one of the paranormal ghost hunting shows, and it was a marathon, right? And so I've got it on, and I fall asleep on the couch. And for some reason on this show, it was all about scratches, right? And attacks and screams. But I'm asleep. And I went through these dreams. Donna, I am not joking. I woke up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and I wake up out of this nightmare, and the thing is on TV, and I could hear the scratch. Oh, look at the scratch. Yeah. And my dreams were about me running from something chasing me, and I'm climbing up into trees to get away from them. Now, that sounds all like, funny, ha, that's not scary. Terrified me, right? I mean, it was like real nightmare stuff. And I never forgot that. I never did. And it was a paranormal show. I don't remember which one it was. But it really freaked me out. So the other night with Dave, with his new show on, it reminded me of that. What freaked me out back in 2005. It did. Falling asleep to a paranormal ghost hunting show. Think about it, right? Walking around in the dark with a flashlight and things moving, and this is what you're hearing while you're dreaming. What are you going to dream about? Scary stuff. Oh, you think I'm kidding? You think I'm funny?
No, I've experienced stuff like that too.
You're laughing at me right now, Donna. You're laughing at me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I am. See, okay. So tonight.
Another thing, if you're talking about videos and all that.
Uh-huh.
I've watched those people that, find hidden bunkers and all that underground and all that on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking to myself, watching them, I'm like, dude, you find that stuff? Don't tell anybody about it. Keep it a secret. Fix it up for yourself.
I've always thought about, what if I bought a house and I find a nuclear shelter in the backyard? Isn't that...
You don't tell anybody.
You don't. You do not. And wouldn't that be the coolest thing ever? Right? So that's your project. clean it out, fix it up, get it ready. Of course, stock full of food, but it's like a project that would be the ultimate fun thing to do. Man, you know.
Yeah, it'd be like a superhero layer, but layer. Sorry, I can't say it. Yeah, because I'm obsessed with superhero layers.
You know what?
So yeah, you have to have your own.
All you have to do is, you know, those shipping containers. You could probably buy one of those cheap. I'm sure they're not expensive. Get a used one. Dig a hole in your backyard. Have a company come out and deliver that. Drop it into the hole in your backyard. Cover it with dirt. Throw some grass seed on it. And you have a built-in shelter, and then fix that thing up. And it would be big, right? That shipping container is the same size as a semi-truck, which is the same size as a big-ass RV, right? You could do whatever you want in there. Get your plumbing going.
I want to have the money to buy one of those Titan missile
I know.
facilities.
Well, that'd be the ultimate. Let's go in.
I watch those a lot too.
Yeah,
those are awesome.
Find one. Let's go in on it together. You can have half. I could have the other half, and that's it. Now, what do we do when the nuclear? You know, so we got to use it, right? The Holocaust. It's all coming in, and you and I go underground. How do we have a line painted on the floor? You can't come over here. I need some sugar. I ain't got any, right? You know, what do you do? What do you do?
Well, I like to think that we would be friendly, you know.
Oh, we could talk, but you can't.
Oh, you want to be stingy? You want to have your own space and have nobody there?
You can't. No, we can.
How it is.
Yeah, we could talk across the line, but I'm not going to share my Captain Crunch. Nah.
You can keep your Captain Crunch. I'll keep my Lucky Charms.
I'll talk to you, Donna. You have a great weekend.
You too. By the way, as far as coffee's concerned, I'm old school. I have to have my Folgers Classic Roast, straight black, super strong. Yeah. No cream, no sugar.
I remember Folgers came out with their dark French roast, right? I was like,
no. Give me the Classic Roast. I mean, I've drank that since I was 16 years old.
Yeah, we all have.
Ain't gonna change.
Yeah, you know, we all have. Hey, what was, you remember the Folgers Instant, right?
Oh, gosh.
Hey, wait a minute.
Instant, too. I have to have it brewed.
Listen, that Folgers Instant in an emergency is a gift from God. I'll talk to you. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much, Donna. You're the best.
You're welcome. Go Beckley Teppy.
Go Beckley Teppy.
Oh, and a little extra something, because I'm going to watch it this weekend.
Yeah.
Virginia.
I'll talk to you. Thank you, Donna. Have a great weekend.
You too.
That's Donna from Kentucky. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fadernight. It's open lines all night long. 818-921-6929. Very simple. Or 323-275-9695. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. More of your phone calls when I come back after this short break. Stay with us.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network.
Your 1 million gigawatt paranormal powerhouse, KUNX-DB, VX.
Hello, Fadernauts. Jimmy Church here. You've seen me with my Thunderstorm. Now you can purify the air in your home and get healthy, clean, fresh smelling air and eliminate odors just like I do right here in the bunker. The EdenPURE Thunderstorm uses oxy technology that naturally sends out O3 molecules into the air, which seek out odors and air pollutants in your home and destroys them. It's called a thunderstorm because it purifies the air just like after a thunderstorm. And right now, you can save $200 on an EdenPURE Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. With this special offer, you're getting 3 units for under $200. Seriously. Go to EdenPureDeals.com and use Fader3. Shipping is free and it's easy. Just scroll down. You'll see my name right there, Jimmy Church. Click on it and get your deal today. That's EdenPureDeals.com.
This is Billy Carson, founder and CEO of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv is the fastest growing and one of the most watched networks in the world. And I would like to personally invite you to check out our expanding library of TV, film, lectures, and special presentations. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv has over 6,000 videos covering lost history, health, UFOs, spirituality, and our future. We are committed to our community, and with my personal invitation, you can, right now, get your own free 30-day membership at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Your own library of information starts today at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv.
Because you never got that pony you always wanted. Damn it. Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the Game Changer Network.
Listen, I know and you know that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer, Einstein, the ancient crystal skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com.
Hello, I'm Katie, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here, repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
This is Toby Kebbell. You're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little.
Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier, and this is Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers. We're of the Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier, and I'm Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers, and you're listening to Jimmy Church. The Revolution.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can become an official Fadernaut by just going to our membership section at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Hello, this is Serena Wright Taylor from Conscious Life Expo, and you're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church, who holds the Lucky Pony record for the best astrological chart since 1963. True story.
This is Micah Hanks of the Gralien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Fadernight. It's open lines all night long. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. Phone lines are open. Got some calls on hold. We'll get to those in a second. The iPhone 14 has come out. And I have 2 13s. All right, I've got a 13 over there and a 13 here, Pro Max, and I'm not going to upgrade. I thought, I made the decision that when I got the 13, and I have the Pro Maxes, that's it. There is no way that a phone can come out that would give me more than what this gives me. Great pictures, great video, big screen. I've got old eyes. I've got that. What features would come out on a phone that would improve? And the only thing that would force me into, and this is 5G, the only things that would force me into a new phone at this point, excuse me, is in a few years, like the software doesn't work, and or something strange like that, where you're forced into an upgrade. And the other thing is, 10G is going to be right around the corner, but this iPhone 13, I have this conspiracy theory. This is what I think. All right. You want a conspiracy theory? Should save this for a quitspiracy. But I have this theory that Apple, I haven't had an Android in so long, so I can't speak for Android. But I think that Apple runs software to make your phone, like they can flip the switch, right? And make your phone just run crappy. It's just like, man, it's so slow. It's acting up. And I think, I'm serious. Okay, man, he's had that phone for 3 years. That's it. He's got to go in and purchase something else from us. Go ahead and turn him off. And then it's just like, it's not as cool as it used to be. And the software, wait a minute. All companies, hold on. All the companies do that so people upgrade. Is that true? See, I just thought that was me thinking like this. Do you guys agree with that? You know what I'm saying, right? I mean, how would you know? I don't know why my battery just is draining. It just lasts for like 10 minutes. I got to put it back on the charger. Is there, Jason just said, wait a minute. That's Jessica. Hold on. Jessica, you agree with me? I'll give it 4 pipes. Let's see here. Claudia says, yes, it's true. And a lot of stuff is built to break, right? Yeah, viruses. Chris says, yes, it's real. I've always thought about that. Like, and it's just weird how it just starts acting up right when a new release comes out. And I'm serious. There's nothing. I don't know what kind of phone you have. This is a 13 Pro Max, right? That's what this is. I've got everything that I need. I've got the mag. What do they call this? The MagSafe thing. I have. I'll unplug it so I can get it up here. I have something that's really, really cool. I'm not endorsed by iPhone. I have this. All right. So this is a charging base. But what is cool about this is it's a stand. Right? Now it charges automatically. You just go pop. Right? You don't have to plug it in. And that's it. So the phone is always 100% charged. The charger itself is smart. So once your phone's at 100%, it turns off. So it's, the charger's not on. Down here is a little smart base thing where you can put your, what do you call those? I've got them over there. The iPhone earbuds. What do they call those? iBuds. I don't even know what they call those. But this is all great. Now, why would I need to change from this? This is cool though. This whole vibe. Yeah. That's the shiz nickel right there. All right, let me get this plug back in, and I'm going to get back to phone calls right now. But why would I need what improvement to a phone could entice me into dropping? And this phone is $1,200. It's $1,200 payment plan, but $1,200. I've got laptops over here that cost less, right? It's a $1,200 computer. It's a heck of an investment, and I'm going to ride this thing out. That's it. And so you get through the payment cycle, all right? You get through that, and now you own the phone, and it starts acting up. I am positive that they flip a switch. There's nobody at Apple that would admit to that. Hearings at the Capitol, right? Some Senate hearings, the head of Apple, sitting up there on the mic. No, we don't do that. No. And every senator would go, you know what? My phone, the day after I complete the payments on it, starts acting up. And everybody on my staff complains about it. And you're saying that this is just a coincidence. Yeah, man. We don't do that. So my battery starts draining in 10 minutes after I make my last payment. You guys don't do anything? No. No, we don't. We would never do that. Nah, I'm not buying into it. All right. Let's go to, okay. All right. Okay. All right. I ramble for 5 minutes about my iPhone, and everybody is left on hold. So I've got calls. I've got lines open now. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. If you ever wanted to get through and not stay on hold for an hour and go straight to a conversation, right now is the time to do it. All right. Right now is the time to do it. There is, I didn't, one last thing I wanted to mention. It's true about iPhones. They last about 3 years. I bought my iPhone outright. No problems with it. Yet. All right. I never, I don't watch news. Okay. I don't do it. And my TVs are set up for, I have the option there, but I don't use it. No live television. So that's it. And I used to have a setup with DirecTV and Amazon. And so I could have live television and go to I haven't done that in years. And so I was thinking today, what is going on CNN and Fox and BBC since Queen Elizabeth II passed away? I can only imagine that the coverage, and I was thinking about this right before the show today, that the coverage all day long has been about the Queen. It should be that way. I get it. But I didn't go and see it. I haven't watched it. Have you done that? Right? And Jimmy, do you even have cable? No, I do not. I do not have cable. Nope. I have Amazon. I have Netflix. I have Paramount Plus. I have Discovery Plus. I have AMC. I have Peacock. I have Hulu. I have Apple TV. I'm just like going down the selections. Apple TV, HBO Max, Showtime. That's what I have. But I have no cable. And I'm trying to think, there's probably a couple of stragglers in there. Epics. I have Epics. And I'm trying to think, there's one. Oh, Disney. Got Disney too as well. So, but no live TV. No live TV. All right. And so man, it's doing it again. I just put 2 calls on hold, and now they're hidden in my software. I feel bad for whoever I just did that to. It's not on my call screen anymore. I just have the active call here. I feel horrible. And there's no way to get that back. I can't click through it. Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, Jimmy. I can barely hear you.
Why can you why is everybody saying this?
I know what's up.
I have everything.
Stop yet.
I have everything cranked. Everything is normal.
Strange.
Yeah. Everything's normal. So nothing is different here. Not that I can see. And
I haven't been able to post a show all this year, Jimmy. Have you ever listened to my show on KFUC?
No.
Radio?
No, is it good?
Well, I wouldn't say that. But
you wouldn't say your
Anyways, I have a challenge for the Fadernight.
Okay. And what's that? To go and listen to your show?
Well, just an observation. I was listening to Charles Hall's video on the tall whites, because I can't see too well to read anybody's books. It's been about the third time I listened to it. I noticed that they had the same kind of hands as the Greys, the small thumb and the large fingers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They also have no teeth like the Greys. That's too much of a coincidence. So I'm thinking the third thing they have in common with the Greys is the tall whites got no junk, Jimmy.
Maybe.
They got kids, but they got no junk.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they don't need junk. Right?
Yeah.
There's
a
lot of asexual animals on this planet that don't need a partner. They just get pregnant on their own. Yeah.
Here's the challenge.
Okay.
And I'm including those jokers out at the Dreamland Ranch in this challenge. If you can prove I am wrong and the tall whiteys got junk, then send that photo to Jimmy Church at jimmychurchradio.com. Tips only.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, I've that causes about 50 thoughts, to bubble to the surface. When it comes to anatomy, and certainly male and female, and eggs and sperm, and combining, and how most of the species on this planet get it done that way, right? And that includes plants, right? It's not just, reptiles and humans and mammals. Yep. But does it have to be that way throughout the universe? Well, it's not that way 100% here on Earth. I don't know what the species count is with that, reproduction that doesn't take a partner. And has there been any women, humans, that besides Mother Mary, right? besides Jesus's mom, but has there been a woman that got pregnant without having sex, right? Without sperm entering her body? Yeah. Has that ever happened?
Well, they're probably, I mean, the tall whites are probably androids or cyborgs or something.
Yeah, well, of course that.
Along those lines.
Yeah. I mean, that's
locally manufactured.
Yeah, that's obvious. We would have to assume that's going on. So that's too easy. Come on, that's too easy. But is there, besides the story of Jesus, what do they call that? The Immaculate Conception, right? How did what most people don't talk about? Can we do that right now? Can we talk? Can we just be honest with each other?
Well, I can barely hear you, but go ahead.
What do you mean? I don't know what that's all about. I'm looking at.
I got traffic in the background too. So
maybe that's it. Okay. So, but anyway, So Mary gets pregnant, and Joseph knows it's not him. Is he pissed? Is he calling her out? Okay, then who was it? I want a divorce. Who were you sleeping with? Nobody. Oh, who is it? It wasn't me. You're pregnant. Right? I mean, nobody talks about that part of it. They must have gone, what, marriage counseling? What do you do at a moment like that? And, but nobody wants to talk about that. Or Joseph just kind of kicked back and went, you know what? It must have been God. All right. I'm kind of cool with that. Which is the excuse for everything back then, right? Did Mary turn around and say to Joseph, he was God. God came down and said, and Joseph took that hook, line, and sinker? So wait a minute. It was Joseph. That's from Marla Martinson. Hey, Marla, how you doing? Marla Martinson, the matchmaker. It was Joseph. If anybody's going to know that out there in the world, it's Marla Martinson. Wait a minute. Oh, Jimmy, the Holy Spirit made Mary pregnant. That's what I'm talking about. Right? So how do you have that conversation? I'm just saying. So when you say aliens, Lafayette, right? You say aliens, there's your answer. Mary was an alien.
Could be.
Yeah. Mary was an alien.
There it is.
See? All right.
The Buddha supposedly popped out of a lotus flower. It's kind of what religions do to sanctify their stunts.
I'm waiting for a lightning bolt to burst into the bunker. Right. But nobody, when I was a kid, I'm going to go around the age 8, 9, when somebody was explaining to me this whole thing. And I was like, nah, I'm not buying that, right? My young head didn't accept it. I was confused. I felt like I was being talked into something that I didn't want to be talked into. Okay, it's that simple. And I wasn't comfortable with it. And I remember saying things like, you know what, I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't like this conversation. I don't agree with it. I feel weird about it. It just doesn't make any sense. And and to this day, angels from the sky and demons from inside the earth. It doesn't make any sense. John Freeman. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've often thought about that. And when we have somebody pop up in the screen, Zenzabel, do a quick Google search for me. How many species on this planet are asexual? I mean, how many are there? It's got to be how many species, right? How do you spell species? Are asexual. Right? Okay, so here we go. Oh my God. Are you ready for this? Are you ready?
Sure. There's all those little bacteria and stuff. It's got to be millions.
2,000. 2,000 species really? On this planet. Wow. Right here. Invertebrates. Mammals, amphibians, fish, reptiles, wasps, bees, ants. I didn't know that. Spiders, aphids, fleas. Water fleas are asexual. I knew it. I knew them. 2,000 species. It says over 2,000 species. Asexual reproduction without a partner. So there you go. It's not just the tall whites, bro. It's us. It's us. Okay, wait a minute. Has there been... Okay, wait a minute. I got 2 minutes before the break. Has there Woman pregnant without, no, you know what? Let's just go sperm, right? Let's just go straight out. Okay, here we go. No, it says here. Okay, it says no, you can't do it. Can't do it. No virgin births have occurred. All right. So I don't know.
Well, I got one more for you.
You got 15
on the Bledsoe
seconds.
Cam.
Yeah.
The Bledsoe Cam doesn't have to be on Easter. She could show up on any new moon.
He's got a new book
that would
out.
be something to catch an alien live on Fade to Black.
Have you seen? He's got a new book out. I think it's called.
I can't read.
It's called. I think it's called UFO of God, or God of UFO. Came out 2 days ago. I was going to call Chris and get him on the show to talk about it. I haven't got a copy of the book. The cover has got a painting, Leonardo da Vinci, and that's the cover of the book. It's a clean cover. It's well done. But I think it's called UFO of God. And with that, Lafayette, have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for the strange call. That was awesome. And I'll talk to you, man.
Fade, see black.
Go back, Lee Tappy. Lafayette, thank you so much, my friend. That's a great phone call. Let's take a break right here. This is Fade to Black. I'm your Jimmy Church. It's your calls, your conversation all night long. I'll be right back. It's Fadernight. Stay with me.
Way out here, we listen to Jimmy Church.
You're listening to Fade to Black.
You're listening to Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the X.
¿Qué tal, mis amigos? Yo soy Mario Carson, el tiburón, y los invito para que escuchen a mi buen amigo Jimmy Church Radio. ¡Claro que sí!
The Believer is the chilling true story of Dr. John Mack, a renowned Harvard psychiatrist and Pulitzer Prize winner.
This is an outreach program from the cosmos to the consciously impaired.
He risked it all to investigate human encounters with aliens. The Believer, Alien Encounters, Hard Science, and the Passion of John Mack. Written by award-winning former New York Times journalist and author Ralph Blumenthal. Now available in paperback from High Road Books.
Introducing the Game Changer blend from River Moon Coffee that delivers a customized blend made specifically for the Fadernauts. If the game is rigged, change the game. It's a bolder cup with some bite. Game Changer is the coffee of choice for those that prefer an organic dark roast that is slightly lighter and milder, but it's still dark. With wild notes of pecans and chocolate with a rich, balanced, full-bodied cup that is roasted to perfection for a great coffee to start your day, as an after-dinner coffee or anywhere in between. Artisan, small batch roasted to perfection. USDA certified organic, all River Moon coffee is freshly roasted and packaged in the USA. Just go to rivermooncoffee.com or click on the banners over on our site and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. rivermooncoffee.com. Do you want to be an official Fadernaut? Of course you do. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black. Just go to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com. Fadernauts, when you think about the future of our country and where we're headed, do you wonder about the food supply? I do. Disruptions in the food supply chain could be disastrous, and they usually occur with little warning. That's why the smartest thing you can do today is to stockpile emergency food, water, and other essentials. I personally recommend My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's largest emergency preparedness company, serving millions of customers for more than a decade. In fact, they're the only source my family trusts for our preparedness plan. You should too. Right now, save 20% off a full 4-week supply of delicious meals that provide 2,000 calories a day. Saving 20% helps too, doesn't it? Especially now. So go to preparewithjimmy.com and get ready. That's preparewithjimmy.com. There's no time to lose. Do it now.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
You listen to us, and we listen to you. And so does the CIA.
Hi, I'm Ray Sobbs, and I'm here to tell you about something I really think you're going to like. The UnX Network is a part of a larger group called UnX Media, and one of the things we offer is the quarterly UnX magazine, which is available both in print and digital formats. This amazing magazine covers all aspects of the unexplained and makes for a great coffee table periodical that is certain to spark enlightening conversations in your living rooms. We invite you to check out the latest digital issue for free. Just go to unxnetwork.com/membership and fill out your free membership with your name and email and become a new free member. The new summer issue is now available, and the theme is Time Anomalies, which includes a feature article written by our managing editor, Lee Spiegel. Just go to unxnetwork.com/memberships. That's unxnetwork.com/memberships and get your free e-copy of the UnX magazine today.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Oi, oi, I'm Reese Evans. You're listening to Jimmy Church. This is Revolution. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is on radio. Ciao.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday nights, Fader nights, open lines all night long. I don't know how. Oh, that was the tall whites that got us onto that conversation. But there are 2,000 species on planet Earth that are asexual, don't need a partner. Yeah, who'd have thought? I didn't think it was that many, but okay, all right. Bees. Didn't know. Didn't know. Wasp? Didn't know. I did not know that. Invertebrates, fish, mammals. Yeah. Yeah, it's all over the place. All right. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. And so I was thinking in my limited religious upbringing and the things that I have supposedly learned over the years, you have, the virgin birth. Immaculate conception's a totally different thing, right? It's live radio and you make these mistakes. But I think it wasn't like oh man, all of you religious scholars are just gonna rake me over the coals with this. But wasn't and we can certainly look at the chat room here. Immaculate Conception was something like, if I'm correct, that Mary was like, she got paroled, right? Whatever you did, you're running on a clean slate, right? It was something like that, because you're about to get in a lot of trouble with your husband with this virgin birth thing. So you're gonna run, you're sin free. Man, the lightning bolts are coming in, but I think that's the case. Right, I could be wrong, but that was what my memory, because this was going on. She got a get out of jail free card with that, and then the virgin birth. I think, isn't that how it went down? And I could be wrong. And I don't think it's quite like a play on words here. I think pretty much that's how it went down. I'm feeling pretty confident with that. Let's see what this next caller has to say. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Jimmy. Hey, can you hear me?
I can.
Hey, Jimmy. It's Les, fellow guitar picker. You're on a roll tonight. That is a funny Joseph story. Oh my God, that's nice, edgy comedy. You rock.
Well, yeah, okay, could be. I'm doing Tuesday nights as Sir Laughs a Lot after the show, so I go down there and do a quick 5 minutes. But I'm just being straight with this, right? I mean, how do you explain that to your husband, right?
I don't know. It's so funny. That is the best. It's so funny.
I'm going to be up there at the pearly gates. I know what's going to happen. Okay, church, we gave you a pass on this, and this on Fade to Black. But let me tell you something. That virgin birth night on Fadernight, we're going to send you back. you got
work on this bit. This is great. This is great comedy. Oh my God.
I'm glad somebody appreciates it. So there you go. What's on your mind tonight, Les?
Well, first, there's the best UFO video I've ever seen came out today on like a U of A, Tucson surveillance or observation camera.
I saw it.
So it's crystal clear.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I did see it.
I was wondering what you thought of that.
What did you look? I looked at some of the still shots from it, and they didn't release. I didn't get to see the video from, and I forget what public cam that was. It was a government camera, right? And
yes, U of A.
Yeah, that's right. And so, and I read the press release, and I was all excited, right? I was like, "Oh man!"
Oh,
so,
oh my God, the video.
The video. Well, the still shots I saw, like 8, were pretty whack. Were pretty crazy. But you saw the video, okay? Yeah. And what?
Yes. Oh my God, it's to die for. I'm a UFO. I'm a sky watcher. It's the best video I've ever seen. They do throw in a little clip of the Skylink satellite that I think was seen over the Southwest. But I think they're just, just saying, look over here. But I've been seeing these flat UFOs that seem like they're cloaked with a mist, like a chemtrail, almost like they're putting out heat and it's condensing. But I've been seeing them, and they're so cool. I think they're probably man-made, like drones or something, but they're the best UFOs I've seen.
Okay, so this is when I saw that, I immediately jumped out and did some research on the net about some of the other sightings that happened at the same time. It wasn't just there in Tucson. I think they had a sighting in Kentucky, if I'm not wrong. That was pretty similar. And a couple of other states, right, at the same time. And then somebody jumped in and said that it was Starlink. But it looked to me like it was around dusk because the sky was still blue. That was the trippy thing. And it didn't look that high to me. Starlink is in orbit. No. This looked like it was just right out there over the sky. Now, the second part to this, Les, and I'm assuming you had to see the exact same thing that I did. It looked like a string of objects in a row. But
saw that.
It didn't look like Starlink. Starlink is like big spaces between them. Bam, 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 moving across the sky. This was a short little group hanging out right there in the sky, and also at a pretty low altitude. So I thought it was fascinating. Yeah. I'm not jumping on Starlink. I think it was too many people just try to easily dismiss this as something simple, and it didn't feel that way to me. It didn't. Since when? Somebody help me out here. But since when are we seeing satellites that low in the sky in the middle of the day? Is this some new thing? Because I've never seen it. And with all of the Starlinks out there, have you seen reports in the blue sky? Right, blue sky. There were no clouds. Yes. Right. So
nope.
But you saw the video. Was it moving?
Yeah, it was moving perfectly horizontally, and I've seen this with my bare eyes before. Best quality video I've ever seen. They throw in that Starlink thing, kind of like into the story to say it's like swamp gas or something like that. They throw that in there. This object is low altitude, and it moves perfectly horizontal. I've seen them go across the sky, so I'm always out at sunset watching the sky, and I love it when I see these things. I just don't know what they are.
Yeah.
And my neighbor can corroborate. We want to make a video. We're going to try to get it, but now the U of A has it perfectly, crystal clear. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Well, you know what makes it cool? That this is an official source, right? It's CG. It's somebody with a lens flare. It's taken through the window of a car, and that's the reflection of the speedometer. No, it's none of that, right? It's none of that.
Right.
This is an observation cam shooting out over this valley. And you can see the ground and you can see the sky. Yeah. It's perfect. It's in focus and it's in color. Yeah. And there it is. So, it's pretty trippy. But they saw the same.
It's the best I've seen.
Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah, it's pretty clear. It's crystal clear.
Yeah, I think this could be a big story. It just broke today, and I'm really thinking this is going to replace the TikTok videos and stuff.
Yeah, it could. I saw it. You saw it today. I think Renee sent me. I think it happened 2 days ago. Okay, 2 days ago.
Okay.
So, but that part doesn't matter. You may have seen the news source release, the press release from yesterday. But Renee, I know Renee's listening right now. Renee, send me an email. When did you send me that press release out of Tucson? And she'll hit me on email, and I can tell you exactly when I got it. So there you go.
Okay. I'm up in northern Arizona, and I see them from time to time. And the last one, it was beautiful. I wish I had a camera. It was two of those little lines that look like just little flat discs.
Mm-hmm.
Two of them flying, and they crossed paths. It would have been the best video ever. I wish I had my camera.
Same old story, Les. Same old story, right?
Hey, I know.
What kind of guitar?
By the way, up here,
Les, enough UFOs.
Yeah.
What kind of guitar do you play?
Right now, just a trashy Squire Strat that's made in Korea, a vintage Squire. I love a clean, trashy sort of garage rock sound. Johnny Ramone's and also Malcolm Young.
Yeah.
I think rhythm guitar is where I'm at. Crunchy bridge tone.
Mm-hmm.
Clean.
Yeah.
Kind of clean, crunchy.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Those Korean Squires, they kick ass. You get you get a good one, and that is just as cool as an American-made or Mexican Strat. So there is nothing wrong, man, with the Squire vintage. Good call.
Thanks.
Good call.
Thanks. I also have a P bass from Korea. They're pretty good instruments. And good for garage rock. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
I think, I love your playing.
Man. But here's the deal. Here's the deal, Les. Fender players that know what's up, they are okay with you going, dude, man, I got me a Korean Squire. I love it. They're going to go, dude, good guitar. You can't.
Yes.
I mean, now they make some, some of the Indonesian ones might be a little questionable in some of the parts and things, but you get a good one, and you luck out. You get, dude, it's just as good as anything else. It's a good guitar. It's a great guitar.
Pretty good.
Yeah, man. Good for you.
Pretty good. The body is laminate, but I got a maple and rosewood neck. A swamp ash body would be, or something like basswood or something would resonate more.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a bone nut on there.
Yeah.
And original pickups. Just I like a trashy kind of garage sound, kind of clean. You know what I mean? But with a little overdrive and compression.
Yeah, you're going to get all the trash you need out of that laminate body. So you're
I love your playing in your collection. Your bumper music is shredding rock.
Man, thank you, man. That's Doug Aldrich. That's Doug Aldrich doing the playing there. I can't lay claim to that. But there you go. All right. Hey, Les, enjoy your weekend, man. Thank you for the phone call.
Yes. Love you. Peace. Rock on. Go back to Tepe.
Go back to Tepe. Love you right back, Les. Thank you for the phone call. And I love a little guitar talk. I got it in tonight. I got me some guitar talk in laminate body Korean made Squire Strat. That is rock and roll. That is rock and roll. I've told everybody, man. I've got a few things, but I'm looking over here. That Mexican Strat right there. Now I realize it's 30 years old. It's an older guitar. It's brand new. It's never been played. It's got an hour of playtime on it. And I got it brand new from a pawn shop. It still had all the plastic on it. It was never played. That guitar right there is probably the best neck in this room. It's just one of those things, man. And it's a Mexican Strat. It's great. I love that thing. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, this is Frank from Fort Knox.
Frank from Fort Knox. How you doing, Frank?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on here.
Yeah, I remember the last time. Yeah, it's been a while. Frank, come on, man. How many years?
I know. Well, I was an Android user for the longest time, and I just recently picked up an iPhone 13, so I guess you can say I joined the dark side.
It took me a minute. You got all those iPhone lovers out there and all those Apple lovers out there. I'm a PC guy. I'm a Windows guy. And jumping over from Android to iPhone, I pulled the trigger. And it took me a minute, but I'm going to say it was probably about a week later. I was like, I get it. I do. I get it. I get it. So I'm converted.
And the photos and videos are so much more spectacular.
Billy Carson is an Android guy, and he's got, the latest and greatest Samsung, and always does. And we compare the videos. I think his videos are a little better. I do. I think his videos, there's something about that. Now, can you tell? I mean, how good is good enough, right? How good is good enough? I mean, are you Steven Spielberg? Are you shooting The Godfather, right? Are you shooting Lawrence of Arabia? No, you're not.
Right. Well, I mean, it's not like it's a red camera shooting, state of the art films.
Yes. And even then, I was shooting a film last year. Everybody shoots on reds now, right? The red, man, I got me a red. So I'm on set, and what's the other one? Black Magic, right? So and so I'm listening to these camera people talk about their cameras. I've got this. So I went around with one of the camera people with their red and shooting with that. Had the harness thing with the stabilizer, right? And we're going around, and I'm watching the playback on it, and it was pretty good, right? Now, did I go, whoa? No, I didn't. Now, maybe in the editing process, and you've got these huge screens and you're looking at it and the way that it processes and everything. Sure. I get that. I understand it. And you want it the best, on a big screen, in a movie theater, and you're going to shoot with that. All right. I totally get it. But would you notice the difference with a red and, on your iPhone, and you're watching a movie or something that was shot on your iPhone? Are you really going to see that? Probably not. You know what I mean? So there you go. But welcome to the family. Okay, so you called me, Frank. What's on your mind?
So I was wanting your opinion on blue sodalite crystal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about purchasing my first crystal skull.
Right.
And for some reason, that in particular one always resonates with me. I don't know why. It's the one that always caught my eye. You got that deep, like royal blue, a little bit of streaks of white and gold.
Yep.
I just think it's just outstanding.
Yep. I don't have. Are you outside?
I am.
Man, it sounds so cool, man. I hear the crickets. That is awesome.
I'm out here, like I said, Radcliffe area.
Okay.
But I'm stargazing right now.
Yeah, right on, man. Right on. Blue sodalite. I don't have a blue sodalite skull. I got a lot of blue skulls. I don't have a blue sodalite, and I would love to get one. Sodalite is it's a combination of, it's deep. It's like a royal blue, but you can see through it. Right, with the veins, and I bet it would light up with a light. You put it on a stand and light that thing up. I bet you it would be amazing. I've seen sodalite, balls. I've seen sodalite crystal balls. I've seen blue sodalite eggs, right, that are carved in the shape of an egg, and they're beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen a sodalite crystal skull, but they must be out there. Where are you looking on Carolyn Ford's website? She has does she have a blue sodalite skull?
Yeah, I was looking at the, I think it's like the 2.5 inch or 3 inch one, the mid-sized one.
Right. How much is it? Can I ask?
I think it's about $125.
Yeah.
Plus like $7 something with shipping and handling.
Yeah. So, man, I would say that if you resonate with it, and I've always loved blue sodalite, it is one of the more beautiful stones to look at out there. No question about it. But if you resonate with it, Frank, man, if you know what I mean, get it.
That's what I plan on doing, and I'm going to do some meditations with it. I also plan on getting try to get a legit Rugal crystal. Are you familiar with the Rugal crystals?
Yes, I have a few.
It has 2 points on each end.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm thinking about doing some meditation with that because I don't know if you. I'm sure you heard of him, Dan Willis.
Yep.
He goes into more depth on that, and I'm not sure if you also heard of this woman called Elena Danaan.
No,
She's on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know who she is. Dan Willis.
She's like an ambassador for the Galactic Federation of Worlds, not the actual federation, but the worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And she has an outstanding book called A Gift from the Stars. She has a couple other ones, but I highly recommend just researching her work. She has some pretty fabulous content from what I can tell, and it resonates a whole lot to me. So.
Well, send me pictures of the skull once you get it. I would love to see it. And
sounds great.
Yeah, and there's different. So is yours because I've seen Sodalite that also looks a little bit like this. Are you looking at the camera? No, you're outside. Oh man, the skull.
Yeah, I'm outside right now. I can go back on in a couple minutes.
This thing is so heavy. Sodalite that kind of looks like this, where it's more speckled. Let me find a section of this that's kind of speckled, kind of like that, but not this. Oh man, this thing must weigh. It doesn't look big. It's medium size, but this is like twice as heavy as my other skulls. This thing is probably close to 8-9 pounds. This is one of my favorite skulls right here. Oh man, it's too heavy. It's like working out. Thing is.
Now,
insane.
correct me if I'm wrong. Does she actually imprint these skulls?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. They all go hang out with Einstein, and
that's just too cool.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. Her stuff is of such high quality. This is an Einstein right here. This is from Carolyn Ford. And you look at this and you hold this. This is art. This is of such high quality and definition and beauty and the quality of the stone. I can't remember what this is. Can't remember what this is made of.
And do you not get like an overwhelming feeling of just energy with those things?
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. And I've only got 30 seconds, Frank, before I got to jump to a commercial. But every time, it's not the same because all crystals are different. It's not the same. But I can tell you that when I first pick up a new skull that I've never held before, you get a vibe. And it's a personal thing. You've got to experience it yourself. But they are packed full of energy. These are crystals, man. You know what I mean? These are crystals. And they're just full. I'm just sitting here holding this dude. And I've got to do another Crystal Skull show. I'll bring Carolyn Ford on here. I'll go through all of my skulls. I haven't done that in a long time. I probably have 20 or so here in the studio, and just what's the composition here? Why am I feeling the vibe that I am? But there have been times where I have picked up a crystal skull for the first time, and you can feel it go up your arm straight into the middle of your brain. It's cool,
especially if it's like pure quartz.
Right? No,
you really feel it.
Every crystal is different. Right. I have pure crystal skulls that are absolute troublemakers. I'm just telling you how it is, man. It's so cool. Hey, Frank, enjoy your weekend.
All right. You too, brother.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Great phone call. Really appreciate it. And I love my crystal skulls. Everybody knows that. Carolyn Ford, EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. That was a great phone call. Thank you, Frank. This is Fadernight. It's Fade to Black. More of your phone calls when I come back. Stay with us.
Hi, everybody. This is Rob Halford, the Metal Guard on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Your 1 million gigawatt paranormal powerhouse, KUNX-DB. The X.
The Believer is the chilling true story of Dr. John Mack, a renowned Harvard psychiatrist and Pulitzer Prize winner.
This is an outreach program from the cosmos to the consciously impaired.
He risked it all to investigate human encounters with aliens. The Believer, Alien Encounters, Hard Science, and the Passion of John Mack. Written by award-winning former New York Times journalist and author Ralph Blumenthal. Now available in paperback from High Road Books.
Are you ready to read about true paranormal events? Unx Media publishes nonfiction books about UFOs, ghosts and haunted places, time anomalies, cryptid creatures, and more. Just like KUNXDB Radio, it's all about unexplained phenomena. Visit www.unxmedia.com to see our list of great book titles by Debbie Ziegelmeyer, Gene Walker, Devin Listrom, Wayne Lawrence, Bill Spicer, and yours truly, Margie Kay. That's unxmedia.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I only drink Fade to Black blend coffee from Rivermoon. Just click on the Rivermoon Coffee banner at jimmychurchradio.com. Promo code F2B Blend.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact.
When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Yes, Rivermoon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today.
You want to know a secret? I love ponies. I really love ponies. I'm serious. I couldn't stay sane without ponies to brush.
Why Fade to Black? Because you never got that pony, damn it.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network.
Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fadernight. I'm just banging through these calls here. So let's see. Let's go here. And that should be just fine. Okay, turn me down in the background. I'm watching. I can see what's going on. Turn me down in the background. There you go. You're getting better. Turn me down. See, watch this. See that? See, turn me down in the background. Okay, turn me down. Turn me down. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? Okay. That's it. I can't deal with that. You've got to be ready to go. I'll just hang up like I did right there. You got to be ready to go. Like this next caller. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy. It's Shannon over in Oregon. How are you?
Shannon, how are you?
I'm good. Hey, I just wanted to make a comment that it is quite possible that your skulls are made out of quartz.
Well, I have a bunch that are quartz.
Yeah. There's different type of quartz, though. Like, I've got a smoky quartz, or I've got a selenite, a kyanite, amethyst. It is related to quartz. But my main question was, I thought it was really particular that the defamation of Johnny Depp came out like a little bit after Ghislaine Maxwell was incarcerated. Do you think there's any relation to that public configuration at all?
No. Nah. I mean, maybe by the media, but between them, nah.
Between them, no, definitely not. But we have been waiting for such a long time for details of Maxwell's know-about to become public. And it seems like after a couple of months, this whole Johnny Depp defamation thing became mainstream and kind of covered up any sort of I don't know, what would you call it? Like interest in the Maxwell case, period.
Okay, but there's always a but, right? So let's go with the but first. We are talking about Johnny Depp, one of the biggest celebrities in the world, huge name, right? And when you're at that level, right? The Johnny Depps, the Tom Cruises, right? When you're at that level of who is bigger, right? And so that case is going to grab all of the attention. Number one. Number two, that thing got broadcast. So I didn't watch any of it. I didn't have the time to do it. But man, that's like the most compelling stuff. Do you remember, Shannon? I don't know how old you are. I'm not going to ask. All right. But if you go back to the mid 90s and early 90s and you look at the, court TV and the stuff that was going on back then, the Menendez brothers trial. And I watched that stuff live all day long. I couldn't stop watching it. I could not. It was insane to me.
The stuff, and then O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, O.J. is the obvious example of that, right? You couldn't turn it off. That was like crack. That was heroin TV, and you could not get away from it. And there was that other trial, the guy whose wife fell down the stairs. He was an author. I can't remember his name, but there was that trial, live on Core TV, and you're watching this stuff play out, and that kind of simmered, and then suddenly we've got Johnny Depp. Who's not that I was watching the comments a little bit on social media, and I was getting emails about it. Are you watching this Johnny Depp stuff? And I didn't.
No.
But I can imagine how compelling that must have been to go through this kind of testimony. Okay, so there's that.
I kind of feel like it's a little bit ironic that they are, that the court system makes public these, actors like Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, or whatever. But at the same time, the Ghislaine Maxwell information is not public. So
But she hasn't gone to trial, right? They're still
on trial.
What? She hasn't gone to trial yet, right? I thought she's still in jail and in pre-trial and discovery. Can somebody? Have I missed the boat on that? Did Ghislaine Maxwell go to trial?
Maybe you're right, but she's in prison for a very long time.
Hold on a minute. I can't even. How do you spell her name? Ghislaine Maxwell.
G-H-I-S.
Okay.
L-A-I.
Yeah, I got her right here. Okay. So oh no, she was found guilty. Okay, so she did go to trial. That was in 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it wasn't size.
She was sentenced to 20 years in prison on the 28th of June, 2022. So that was just a few months ago. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So she went to trial?
Yeah, and we didn't know anything about it. That's my point. That's crazy.
Shannon, you need some kind of award. You need some kind of award. You stumped the panel. You got me on this one. You're right. I didn't know about it. Did anybody else know? Come on. I want to.
No, in the dark.
I'm looking at the chat room where everybody in the chat room who's acting like they knew just Googled it. So don't. I didn't know. I did not know. On July 2nd, she was arrested in 2020, charged. Okay, I see that here. Blah, 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 blah. But it says very clearly, 2021, she was found guilty of child sex trafficking and other offenses in connection with Jeffrey Epstein and was sentenced in a New York court to 20 years imprisonment on the 28th of June, 2022. You're right. I did not. That didn't make the headlines like it probably should have.
It should have. It should have been on Judge Judy or something.
Judge Judy. Well played, Shannon. Well played. Yeah, you know, you are absolutely right. I thought she was still in jail awaiting trial. I didn't know. Somebody just said
20 years, that's all she gets, I guess.
Well, there's another point here, and this comes from Marla Martinson, our celebrity court reporter. Marla's amazing. Marla, love you. I'm glad that you're in the chat room tonight and listening to the show. That it was not televised. So that's the other part. You know, the judge in each of these cases, you know, they control their courtroom. So are they going to allow this to be televised or not? I don't know if the prosecution or defense attorneys have a say in any of that. They may be able to request to not have it televised. Maybe some want it televised. Maybe there was secret information about this case that they didn't want out there in the public. Yeah. But trials should be public, and you know that's why you have court reporting and the ability to do that. But this wasn't televised, so there you go.
It would have made a much more interesting televised court report than the Johnny Depp defamation, in my opinion. But at least he's getting 20 years, and that is definitely a plus.
Lisa Davey says, I was all over that case like white on rice. I didn't follow it. I don't know why.
Because Marla it wasn't publicized.
Do you remember Marla just said the Ken Bobbitt trial? Remember that?
Yeah.
The wife did the
Marina Bobbitt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chop that baby off. Oh man. Didn't he go and do he went like he got it sewed back on, right? Yeah, I think he did.
Think so.
And then went and did porn. Yeah. Yeah.
The miracle of the medical association.
Oh man. This has just gone into another direction. Thank you for that, Marla. But I think you raise a really, really, really good point. That
I'm a little bit concerned that the bigger players in like inhumane activities and unjust activities are not getting publicized or enough publication. As opposed to their Hollywood counterparts, and it's just a little bit frustrating because I feel like the political players and the people like Ghislaine should be a little bit more in the public eye than they are. And why publicize Johnny Depp when you're not going to publicize Ghislaine? There's a huge backstory to that.
Sure.
Situation that goes back 20 years, and anybody who looks into it will find that it's repelling and disgusting.
Yep.
And it should have been publicized.
Yeah, you're right about that. And then you also have the crazy part. You have advertisers, you have the networks, and they are sitting around a table going, okay, are we going to get ratings out of Maxwell? Are they going to come from Johnny Depp? And then they turn around and the ad sale guys, right? The ad sale dudes, right? They pick up the phone and they're calling, I'll pick something, right? It doesn't matter. Verizon. Okay, man. So I got a deal here. I've got a deal for the Maxwell trial. I've also got a deal here for Johnny Depp. And they're probably going to go, okay, well, let's just talk about Johnny Depp. Let's go. You know what I mean? Where they're going, dude, I can't. Yeah, I can't sell ads for the Maxwell trial. The ratings the bonanza is going to be Johnny Depp. And the networks.
That's where society is.
Yeah, it is. It is. There's no question about that. And the ability for Johnny Depp, which you just made me aware of, okay, that the ability for that ratings to overshadow the horrifically awful crimes of Maxwell. I mean bad, right? I mean bad.
Yep.
Where Johnny Depp and his wife had a bad marriage, right? Who gives a crap? Why?
Like a romance novel gone.
Yes.
It's 50 Shades of Grey. Who cares?
Why was that such a huge thing? And it was big. Well, people want to know the sordid details. What was her name? Amber Heard. I think that was it, right?
Yeah.
Why would you want to know they're fighting at that? Well, you know what? That's a soap opera, and people want to hear about that stuff. But yet, Jeffrey Epstein and the island and the private jets and who was on them and what was going on with the sex trafficking with these underage girls. And that's not worthy of public attention. And who is making the decisions for this? Her arrest was a big deal, right? Everybody wanted, go get Maxwell. She's got the secrets. And Epstein offed himself, supposedly, right, was suicided. And all of the uproar that was about it. And then it just went away, right? You know what? You just got to call it the way it is. There were probably some pretty powerful people that did not want this out there in the public, and that's probably the truth. You know what's really weird? Okay, so Queen Elizabeth just died, and we're going to have an amazing funeral. And it's going to be great, and you know what I mean? You want the proper send off. You want people at your funeral. You don't want you don't want nobody to show up for your funeral. Well, the Queen's going to have a lot of people show up, and that's awesome.
Sure.
But where's Prince Andrew going to be? Right? Yeah, you just brought up Maxwell. And so now Prince Charles is now king. Right? He's now King Charles III. Who's next in line? Right? Charles is 73. Right? How long is he going to be king? Don't know, but he's 73. So who is next in line of the Queen's children? Right? I don't know. Somebody help me with this. Let me.
Is it Prince?
Go ahead.
Is it Prince Andrew?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's Andrew. I haven't heard the discussion. Who is next in line here? Meghan.
Somebody. Be one of her sons.
Oh, William. Okay. Is it?
Oh, William.
Okay, so it's King Charles. So Prince William is next, and then Harry. Where is Prince Andrew? right? Or is he out of contention? Right? It's just like, no, we're going to take you off the list. What's that?
I think it goes to the oldest son, doesn't it?
Okay, so somebody just said, Marla just said William. Cannabis, I think that's cannabis, says William. So William. And so there you go. That's that. Charles William George. Okay, so what? Okay, Charles William George. That comes in from Mikhail. What about Philip? William and Kate. Prince William will be. Okay, so we know Andrew is Charles.
I'm pretty sure it goes to the oldest son.
Oh, Andrew is Charles' brother. Okay, so wait a minute. That's what I'm saying here. So Charles is, right? He's the son. So he's now king. Mm-hmm. So because it's his brother, he doesn't get to be king. He wouldn't be next in line. I'm talking about, I don't understand this. I'm talking about where Andrew sits in all of this. It's weird. I can't figure it out. So,
you know what's even crazier is that they're going from a matriarch to a patriarch.
Who is, I know, right? How does that change things? Yeah, absolutely. Who is next in line to the crown? Okay, so we have, next in line is William's oldest child, Prince George. Okay, so wait a minute. Who will succeed Charles? The heir apparent to the throne is now Charles' elder son, William. He's 40 years old, known as the Duke of Cambridge. Next in line is William's eldest child, Prince George, who is only 9 years old. And then it's Princess Charlotte. She's 7 years old. And then Prince Louis, who is 4 years old. So that's it. So Andrew's out. Harry's out. I didn't know it worked like this. Okay, so here it is again. Let me just state this, everybody. It's next in line is Charles' elder son, William. He's 40 years old. He's the Duke of Cambridge. Next in line after William is William's eldest child, Prince George, who is 9. And then it's Princess Charlotte, who is 7. And then Prince Louis. There's a Louis. There could be a King Louis. Oh, man. Jesus. Wow, that's whack. A lot of stuff would have to happen, though. They're all almost the same age, right? They're 9, 7, and 4. So, we may not see a King Louis. King George is possible, though. King William. And right now it's King Charles. So we're going to have a run of kings here before Princess Charlotte, Queen Charlotte.
Jimmy, I feel like we've already fought these people in like early 1700s.
I know, right? Do they do
it's
that?
Bizarre.
Do they do that on purpose? King George,
yes.
King Louis. Well, all the Louis were French, right? Right? Is that right? I mean, all the King Louis were of France.
Yeah, because the French tried to influence the British, right?
Yeah, there is a Louis. He's right here. I'm looking at his name next in line. Prince George, 9. Princess Charlotte. What a great name. Princess Charlotte. Man, that just rocks, right? Who are you? I'm Princess Charlotte. Oh. Respect. Right? That's just pretty awesome. But and then Prince Louis. So there it is. See, somebody just said, Lisa Davy just said Prince Philip. Philip's not on the list, man. Not on the one that I'm reading here. And that's coming out of the BBC. Just so everybody knows, they must. Okay, here is another list of the British line of succession. And this is Town and Country magazine. They've got, okay. Yeah, that's right there. Princess Charlotte. Yeah. Okay. Prince Charles is now king. After that, it's Prince William, take up the mantle. And then after that, it just goes down the same line. Yeah. Yep. Princess William to George, the Earl of Andrews. So, yeah. Who knew? I didn't know. I didn't know that this is the way that all of this went. I always thought that, how do I say this? That Harry and Andrew were in play. And I'm looking at a picture of all of them here, but I didn't know. Okay, here's the line of succession. Okay, you have the Duke of Cambridge, William, Prince George of Cambridge. He's number 2. Princess Charlotte, number 3. Prince Louis of Cambridge is number 4. Then you go to the Duke of Sussex. I don't know who that is. Who's the Duke of Sussex these days? Well, he's number 5. And then Master Archie Mountbatten of Windsor, he comes in at number 6. You have Miss Lilibet Mountbatten of Windsor. She comes in at number 7. Number 8 is the Duke of York. Excuse me. I have something in my throat. Well, Shannon, I've got to get to a commercial. This is like the best call of the night. I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much.
Jimmy, it's a pleasure. I really appreciate your time. I hope you have a good night.
You too. Thank you, Shannon.
All right.
Go back, Lee Tappy.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I was hoping for a Gobekli Tepe there, Shannon. You need to give me a Gobekli Tepe. There is a list here. I'm looking at it here. The Earl of Wessex, Miss Isle Phillips. There is 23 on the list of succession right here. But the top 4 are the Duke of Cambridge, William, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis of Cambridge before you get to the Duke of Essex. I didn't know that there were Mountbattens in play here, but they're way down the list. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fadernight, open lines all night long. Rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth II. I'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us.
You're listening to Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the X.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's your girl Vivica Fox here, and you are listening to my boy, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Despite popular opinion, reading a book will not make you smarter.
But listening to Jimmy Church will.
Hello, Fadernauts. Jimmy Church here. You've seen me with my Thunderstorm. Now you can purify the air in your home and get healthy, clean, fresh-smelling air and eliminate odors just like I do right here in the bunker. The EdenPURE Thunderstorm uses oxy technology that naturally sends out O3 molecules into the air, which seek out odors and air pollutants in your home and destroys them. It's called a thunderstorm because it purifies the air just like after a thunderstorm. And right now, you can save $200 on an EdenPURE Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. With this special offer, you're getting 3 units for under $200. Seriously. Go to EdenPureDeals.com and use Fader3. Shipping is free and it's easy. Just scroll down. You'll see my name right there, Jimmy Church. Click on it and get your deal today. That's EdenPureDeals.com.
This is Billy Carson, founder and CEO of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv is the fastest growing and one of the most watched networks in the world. And I would like to personally invite you to check out our expanding library of TV, film, lectures, and special presentations. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv has over 6,000 videos covering lost history, health, UFOs, spirituality, and our future. We are committed to our community, and with my personal invitation, you can right now get your own free 30-day membership at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Your own library of information starts today at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv.
Your 1 million gigawatt paranormal powerhouse, KUNX-DB, VX.
Are you ready to read about true paranormal events? UNX Media publishes nonfiction books about UFOs, ghosts and haunted places, time anomalies, cryptid creatures, and more. Just like KUNX-DB Radio, it's all about unexplained phenomena. Visit www.unxmedia.com to see our list of great book titles by Debbie Ziegelmeyer, Gene Walker, Devin Listrom, Wayne Lawrence, Bill Spicer, and yours truly, Margie Kay. That's unxmedia.com.
Introducing the Game Changer blend from River Moon Coffee that delivers a customized blend made specifically for the Fadernauts. If the game is rigged, change the game. It's a bolder cup with some bite. Game Changer is the coffee of choice for those that prefer an organic dark roast that is slightly lighter and milder, but it's still dark. With wild notes of pecans and chocolate with a rich, balanced, full-bodied cup that is roasted to perfection for a great coffee to start your day, as an after-dinner coffee or anywhere in between. Artisan, small batch roasted to perfection. USDA certified organic, all River Moon coffee is freshly roasted and packaged in the USA. Just go to rivermooncoffee.com or click on the banners over on our site and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. rivermooncoffee.com.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app. Free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
This is Erica, Brittany, Gabby, and you're listening to JamieChurchRadio.com.
It's not a lifestyle we chose. We were born this way.
This is KJCR at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fader night. Open lines all night long. Yeah, I knew that we'd end up talking about Queen Elizabeth II, and we should. A couple of things, though, that popped up, and I noticed this. So you have, okay, so now we have, it's official, you know, King Charles III, and his wife is Camille, right? Okay, I think I got that straight. Is she a queen now? Right? But wait a minute. So we have Queen Elizabeth II. Her husband wasn't king. He was a prince. I'm assuming he's still a prince. But let's put that aside and I always wondered about that. So now we're coming into King Charles III, who is, what's the title of Camille? And I read today that she was going to be the queen consort, which is very interesting. So I went and looked that up. I had never heard that term before. Apparently, it's been used a lot, but I didn't know. And so a queen consort is the wife of a reigning king, or the empress consort in the case of an emperor. A queen consort usually shares her spouse's social rank and status. All right, it says here, she holds the feminine equivalent of a king's monarchical titles, and may be crowned and anointed, but historically she does not formally share the political and military powers unless on occasion acting as regent. So isn't that interesting? A queen. Okay, so in contrast, a queen regent is the female monarch who rules in her own right and usually becomes queen by inheriting the throne upon the death of the previous monarch. Okay, so there you have it. Queen consort. All right, now is Camille going to go through some? And is this automatic? Today, and I read this over and over again, and I was really trying to follow. Oh, okay. Oh. Before I get to the calls, who is the new prime minister? I haven't memorized her name yet. New UK prime minister, and her name is Liz Truss. Okay, so Liz Truss, in a photograph right here, she goes over and meets Queen Elizabeth II. They take the publicity photos. There's the Queen, and she becomes prime minister. Boris Johnson leaves. He goes in and meets the Queen, and the Queen says, "Okay, you're out. You're right out. Go." So he's out. He splits. Liz Truss shows up, shakes the hand. They take the publicity photo. She becomes UK prime minister. Queen dies a day later. Yeah. You know, and for Liz Truss, I think it was a day later, right? It was two days ago this photo was taken. Does that feel strange? It kind of feels strange to me. It would. I think anybody that happens to like that would feel a little bizarro, right? Liz Truss. Was she the last diplomat? Well, certainly the last prime minister, but the last diplomat to go in and meet with the Queen, besides, her immediate family, of course. But strange, right? Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like we're playing out a little soap opera here in live in real time. So. Diana, there is no substitute. Yeah. There will never be. All right, let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Jason.
This is who? You got to turn me down in the background.
Okay.
Okay. You're live on the radio right now, so you always got to be ready. Okay, so you said your name is Justin. What's up, Justin? How you doing? Where are you calling from?
Actually, Jason, but I'm calling from Vegas.
Jason. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jason. You're a little muffled. That's all right.
I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second.
No, don't worry about it. What's on your mind?
Okay. You hear me?
What's on your mind?
Hello? Oh. Yeah, do you remember the Commander Fravor video?
The Commander Fravor video?
What, like a Tic Tac video,
yeah, that wasn't.
They posted in the New York Times and all that.
Yes.
I was just wondering if you knew anything about. I saw something on YouTube and it was talking about that event, and it had Commander Fravor, but also had some of his other buddies. But he was saying. Yeah, they're saying instead of there just being one, there were like hundreds of them. And I was wondering if you heard anything about that. I knew anything about that.
Well, what were they saying again?
It was saying that it just went more into depth about that situation, and it interviewed some of the other pilots, and it was saying that there were like literally instead of just one of the UAPs or whatever, was saying there were like hundreds of them.
Yeah. Okay. What I think needs to happen here, Jason, when it comes to Fravor, Dietrich, his wingman, and I think great pilot. I think they're both great pilots. Anybody that goes through flight school and lands on an aircraft carrier is pretty friggin' awesome. I just can't imagine being that skilled of a pilot. But what I think, because the original sensationalism that happened with that, and Fravor going from a Navy pilot into heavy rotation into mainstream media and being put into the hot seat, Dietrich too as well, Alex Dietrich, and their accounts of everything. I've always felt this is, and Jason, listen to me closely, and I want everybody else to listen to me very closely here. They describe the event, but there isn't the opportunity, or maybe it was, but we never saw that part of the interview, or it was never, put back out into the public, because maybe he didn't say what people want to hear. So what I am suggesting is, I think that Fravor and Alex Dietrich and Underwood too, there's but not the same case and things, but let's just talk about Fravor and Dietrich. Okay. That maybe we need to have a more open conversation and dialogue with Alex and Dave, right? That what is it that you think you saw? Okay. Their opinion. Do you think it was ET? Do you think it was off-world technology? Or do you think it was us? You think it was something that was developed in the factories and the laboratories of planet Earth by humans, right? Developed by Lockheed, General Electric, Northrop Grumman, right? That's the conversation. I would love to hear those answers. I would love to hear that directly from them. And that's the problem that I've always had, because when you listen to Fravor, okay, the object, and it was there, and the tic tac, and it looked like a tic tac, and there were no wings, there was no propulsion, and I went into the spiral and went down to get closer, and this thing was behind me, and then it went and shot off. Okay, all right, so that's what you saw. What do you think it was? Right? And that's the part of this whole thing that I'm not clear on. You think you saw a UFO? You think it was ET? Or do you think it was advanced tech? What is it that you think that you saw? And I'm just very curious about that. And I've thought about this over the years, because I've watched all of Fravor's stuff, and including the 60 Minutes thing, right? And they had them all sitting there. And yes, you give the account. I understand that. But what is it that you think you saw? What's your opinion? I don't want to hear, well, I can't, no, you have an opinion. You have an opinion. You've thought about this a lot. What is it? What is it that you think you saw? All right. Now, I see advanced stuff out here all the time being tested. I see it. All right. Now, I know it's us. It's taken off from an airstrip right down the street. Okay. Got Edwards Air Force Base. I just read the press release, the latest one last week about the B-21. And right there in the press release, it says there's going to be a runway test of the B-21. All systems will be checked, and then it's going to fly to Edwards Air Force Base for continued flight testing. That's all they're going to do. They're going to get the B-21 ready. It's going to take off. It's going to make a turn in my backyard. It's not going to hit altitude. It's going to turn and land at Edwards, and that's where they're going to continue the flight testing. And I see that go on all the time. Now, do I go, oh, that's E.T.? No. I can look at it and see that. What did Fravor think when he looked at this? Us or them? Did E.T. pop in his head? Do you think it was E.T.? That's all. And I think that it's important that we take that next step with Dave Fravor and Alex Dietrich. Sit them down and go, what is it? What's your opinion? And I think it would be very interesting if Fravor came back with, well, honestly, man, at the time, I just thought it was our tech and it was pretty good. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with Fravor going, you know what? That was from the stars. That was from up there. No question about it. And that thing had E.T. written all over it. Okay, say it. Say it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. So thank you for the call, Justin. I really appreciate it. And have a great weekend, and go Beckley Tepe. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Go Beckley Tepe.
Yeah, go Beckley Tepe. Have a great night. But yeah, right. Is anybody disagreeing with me on that? Is there anything wrong with getting Fravor to go on the record about this? Let's just go straight there, my man. And it's okay. Either answer is the correct one. It's just your opinion. That's it. Just your opinion. What do you think it was? You got the stick. You're flying an F-18 Hornet, Super Hornet, whatever he was flying at the time. And you see something like that. What goes into your mind at that moment? That's it. That's all I want to know. You see a starfighter flying through the sky, right? You see the Mandalorian spaceship cruising by. You're going, well, that's a spaceship, right? That's not ours, and that's okay, right? If you see something else and you just think, a drone, a quadcopter, whatever, hypersonic missile. I don't care what it is that you're seeing. You're going to go that's ours. That's all. I want to hear Fravor and Alex Dietrich just say what you think. And I think we're at that point now where this is something that has been discussed enough and dissected enough, but this is previous conversations and they were framed a certain way. That's all. I think they wouldn't allow me in on that questioning, but somebody should just go, dude. Okay, all right, that's great. It was an amazing sighting. You win. What is it? What did you think it was? There you go. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Is it me?
I think so.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey.
Wow. I didn't think I'd get through. It's Donnie from Sudbury, Canada.
And how are you?
I'm not too bad. How you doing?
It's Thursday night. It's Fadernight. A bunch of amazing calls, and I'm in a great mood. So, yeah, life is pretty good over on this side.
Right on. Glad to hear it. Actually, I was just calling to see if I'd get through, and I just wanted to say hi and
that's it.
See how things were with you.
You waited on hold this whole time just to go, yo? What's on your mind, Donnie? Why do you listen to the show?
I love the show, Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. You're the best, and I like listening to it because this is where all the truth is.
Well, hopefully.
And actually, I didn't wait on hold that long.
You were on hold for 4 minutes and 5 minutes. It just clicked over. You're on hold for 5 minutes. That's a pretty good length of time. So, So I just posed this question. Let me throw this out to you. Should
Sure.
Dave Fravor and Alex Dietrich, his wing person, should they state their opinion about what they saw? not as fact. Nobody, but what is it that you think you saw? Don't you think that we should get his opinion and her opinion? Isn't their opinion valid? Do they think it was ET or do they think it was our tech? And are we afraid of, in the media, maybe even the Department of Defense, of their answer? Right? I mean, if Dave Fravor said, hey, you know what? I think it was us. I think it was our tech. I think it was the United States. I think it was our tech that I saw. And if he stated something like that tips everything over, so he's not going to say that publicly, or if it's ET, I think it's ET. Yeah, I think that was extraterrestrial, that they're not going to want him to say that. What do you think?
Well, I believe their opinion matters, and they should just tell the truth, tell what they saw. I don't think it was our tech anyway. I think it was extraterrestrial, of course, but
and it very well could be. I kind of lean on that side. I do. I mean, I've gone back and forth with this over the years. I even thought about it being, plasma projections and you see what you see. It appears to be a real object, and the plasma shows up on radar. So you're going to see this from the different ships as something. And it could have been an airplane from 100 miles away projecting an object down, because we're doing this kind of testing right now with that technology, so we can spoof enemy radars. So is it possible that we could do something
you
like
really
that?
think that's what it was?
No, I'm saying we are 100% developing that technology, and we better be. And so if you take a flashlight and you turn it on, right? The speed of that, and then you turn around and you flash the flashlight. You know how fast that is? That's the speed of light. So if you are able to project that with a laser or have a plasma projection system that you are able to spoof an enemy aircraft out there and onto radar, don't you think that would be a pretty good weapon system in our military's arsenal? Heck yeah, that would be awesome. Right? So what if?
Yeah, for sure.
Now I've always laid that out there as a possibility for a lot of sightings that happen. Right? A lot of things that people are saying, could that be something that is being tested and it's fooling us? Because if it fools us, then we know it's good enough to fool the enemy. Now, I'm not suggesting that is what Fravor saw, but I'm saying anything is possible, right? Anything. Now, von Neumann probe and things coming from deep space here, I think it happens every single day. Every day. Now, is that the encounter that Fravor had? What does Fravor think? That's what I want to know. I've never heard him say on the record one way or the other. I've never heard him express his opinion. I've heard him recount the event countless times. But what does he actually think that he saw? That's all. I just want to know. I want to know. And I think it's valuable information. I think his opinion, it matters, and it matters to me.
This alien invasion that they had said was going to happen, do you think it still might happen, or that's over and done with?
Depends on who's saying
the rumors there.
It depends on who's saying it. And without naming names, but it depends on who's saying it. Where is it coming from? When you get the Ronald Reagan speech at the United Nations version of that, which was in the 80s, his version of that should scare the crap out of all of us. But he's also right that an alien invasion would bring this whole planet together. I don't think there's any question about that. I don't think that there would be a big freak out, but I think it would be something that would unite everybody immediately. And would it be a cause for alarm? And how would they pull it off? And would they do a fake version of that to unite the world? Or is he suggesting that there is a possibility of this, and we need to prepare for that, and we need to forget about our differences if that day comes? And I think that's pretty legit. The other version of that, oh man, there's going to be a false flag, coming in, Project Bluebeam, and and so here's the thing, Donnie, and I'll let you go after this. I got to roll credits and get out of here. The fake alien invasion from something that you don't see, a UFO gets shot down allegedly, in some false flag over the Atlantic Ocean, over the Pacific Ocean, and it's witnessed by nobody, right? We don't have the media to back it up. We don't have civilian eyewitnesses. We didn't see it. That would be a cause for alarm. Did that really happen? A fake alien invasion over Los Angeles? That's a different matter. And to do that, you would have to be really good at it, to fake it, over tens of millions of people and tens of millions of cell phone cameras. That's another thing to pull off altogether. So which version of it would be the fake alien invasion, right? With a warship over an ocean where there's no witnesses, or something that is over a populated city like Los Angeles, Miami, Seattle, New York City, Chicago, Detroit, Moscow, Paris, London. Are you going to do it there, or are you going to do it out over the ocean? An alien invasion of Antarctica, right? Where there's nobody there to witness it. So which version of it would be a false flag? So there you go. And with that, Donnie, great call.
Yeah.
Great call. Thank you. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. Be safe out there. Go back, Lee Tappy.
Okay, same to you, Jimmy.
Right on. Great phone call. This is Fade to Black. Another Fadernight. Great Fadernight tonight. Amazing show. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about succession over in the UK. Who knew? I certainly didn't. Great night tonight. I want everybody to have an amazing, fun, great, safe weekend. Go out there, get it done, tear it up. And I'll see everybody on Monday. All right? Are we cool? We're cool. Fade to Black is produced by Hilton J. Palm, Renee, Dennis, and Kevin. Announcers are Steve Harder, Gene Vitoa, Mark D. Kovar. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music, Doug Aldrich. Intro, Spaceboy, spaceboymusic.com. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network, and this podcast is owned and copyrighted 2022 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network, Inc. It cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Everybody have a great, safe, fun, amazing weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Go back, Lee Tappy.